Hello there, welcome to the FSharp video tutorial series. This video tutorial series consists of a list of topics that will help you get started on FSharp language. The first part of the series is FSharp in Visual Studio 2010. Let's get started. So the first thing you would like to know about what FSharp is all about is its programming structure. Unlike C# and VB.NET, FSharp follows a top-down programming structure. By top-down I mean you have to declare all your types in the start and then use them. So it's more like programming with C. This particular decision was taken by the language owners, so it kind of helps you know where things are exactly. Unlike C# or VB.NET, where you just declare all over the place and you can use it up. But anyway, it has its pros and cons on how to use those things. So the other things that you can do with FSharp is you can write pure functional programming code that you would love to do, and you can also mix your functional programming code with your object-oriented code. This is really useful when you're exposing your FSharp libraries to other .NET languages by making it more compatible with the object-oriented nature of the other languages. So if you look at this code, like you have a namespace declared, you can declare a namespace or a model in the top, and you can open any .NET namespace that is available. So here we have opened a system. There's like using it's like a using statement in C# or import statement in VB. So the other keyword that we are looking at here is type. So with type you can actually declare enums, you can declare records. Records are enhanced classes in FSharp that is purely immutable and all that. We'll look into all these things in later part of the series. Right now we'll just see what this class does, what this file is actually about. So if you look at the class, it has a type declaration with class, and it has a couple of code here. The first one is a let binding. You can consider this as your functional programming code. And here there is a member declaration, which is a property called employee with a getter, and it returns your object from a method called getRobot. So if you hover over here, you see a type which is of type class, and it has a member employee of type employee record. So that's how you expose your functional programming code to other OOP code with a mix. So the next thing we are going to see is about how the FSharp project structure is aligned in Visual Studio. With Visual Studio, you actually get a nice decent set of templates in FSharp. If you click File New, the languages, Visual FSharp, you get 3 sets of libraries by default: FSharp Application, Library, Tutorial, and if you have installed FSharp for Silverlight, you also get a FSharp Silverlight library. So Visual Studio Gallery hosts several useful FSharp project templates that would really help you in getting really started away with your programming knowledge. So as you can see, this tutorial will also have a set of guidelines and documentation that you can always refer to. So the project templates, I have listed out several useful project templates and the download links in the PDF document. You can go and click them, download. You have FSharp for almost all the different UX platforms, web services, Windows Phone 7, and also FSharp Parser language starter, and some other extensions that are useful for programming in FSharp. You also have FSharp for Windows Phone XNA. Okay, so we are going to look at one more tips and tricks on on how to add folders in FSharp project. By default, FSharp project doesn't allow you to add folders in Visual Studio 2010. You can see that here. You just get a new item and an existing item. This is a cause of concern if you have a big project to handle. So let's just check it out how to do it. So you open the project folder, you edit this project with your Notepad or Notepad++ or any other editor that you have. Let's just change this one thing so we view things properly. Okay, so these are the items that you have in your project. You have to open your folder. Let's create a new folder called types. So let us include this copy of employee2.fs into the types. Then what we do, we simply edit this FSharp project. When you save, it asks for reload, and that's it. You can see there is one more class getting added with the folder. Now, if a folder called common, and let's add one more file called utils.fs, which contains maybe your utility functions that you normally use over for your project. And let us move this file to common. So we cut paste this, and then we go to the project. We have to make sure that all the folder kind of files are placed on top of these things. You should not be mixing it with the other files. That's simply because Visual Studio will start throwing exceptions. So that's one hack that you have to follow. So now Visual Studio is happy with everything. So that's how you do it when you're adding a couple of new files. Now let's say we add events.fs. Sorry. So we had events.fs in the common folder. Yes. As you can see, the file is getting added to the top of the list. We should make sure that it goes to the right location. So you maintain the hierarchy here. So that's how you have to do. You have to group the folders in the top of the list and then have the other files. So that's how you keep Visual Studio happy there. Okay. So that's it with this tip that I wanted to share about. The last thing about using FSharp is the scripting feature that FSharp has. It provides you an REPL way to quickly prototype your programs. You can quickly test your code. You can write your functional programming code. You can write small code snippets that you want to test out. Do testing, and then copy paste these executed code into your real programs. With Visual Studio, you get FSharp interactive mode, which will execute your script files or just piece of FSharp code. It provides you can use your FSharp scripts with full IntelliSense, reference into external files, load .NET libraries, and execute instantly and prototype your code. So I have listed all these settings, all the different ways that you can list out with FSharp Interactive. These are some idioms that you have to know. I've listed them with how to use and all that stuff. So let's just check out one particular sample that I have here. So we are not going to really look how the functions or how you declare things. This is more of introduction to Visual Studio itself. Okay, so you select the line of code that you want to execute, press Ctrl Enter. So this is a square function which takes an x value and multiplies x into x. By default, Visual Studio will infer this as integer types, and if you change this to float, it automatically becomes a float. That's all. So here in this one, we create a list from 1 to 100. We use pipelining. We convert that to a list of squares. That's how I will execute. And there's a simple recursive function. That's a factorial, and it computes a factorial of 10. So as you can see, I can quickly prototype my code. I can copy paste these things into my real code that I'm gonna expose to other .NET libraries, and then I could just wrap that around pure .NET OP code. So that's about this for this tutorial. Okay, we'll look into other parts of the tutorial series in future sessions. Thanks a lot. If you have any feedback, you can send me an email to this mohammedsahib@live.in. You can also follow me on Twitter @fahadsohib. Thanks a lot. Bye.